Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the closet. Welcome back to the Christopher Moon Show, and welcome to today's thought on addiction in general. Because addiction, that's a crazy word that gets thrown around. But really, what is it? What is the addiction? We can get addicted to many things, and there's a few major things that we get addicted to that do the most damage, and those come with labels and stuff. Like, we get addicted to alcohol, you're drunk. Drugs, addict. Porn, Tiger Woods, I don't know. But once you get addicted to something, there's like a negative condensation or label on any of this stuff. They're going to say it and give it to you. But then there's other addictions that I see. Being through the worst of the addictions, in my opinion. Haven't been through them. I don't know if there's worse. There probably is. But going through them, in my opinion, it helps you realize the other addictions in life that you get attached to and you don't even think about it. Like, I notice a lot in a lot of YouTube communities. I'll see people they'll do something called hate watching. They'll subscribe to somebody just to watch her and hate on them or him, and they just build these communities up around making fun of somebody's vlog, or making fun of just something, or commenting. And I think a lot of it is painted as constructive criticism, but it's really not. It's very passive aggressive nastiness that is just allowed to happen. And if it were to happen at a Starbucks or at a McDonald's or at school or at work, you'd have the HR department involved in there immediately. Like, if YouTube had an HR department, they would be overworked. They would be the most overworked people in the world. Probably underpaid too. But some of the stuff, it's just ridiculous. But you gotta take a step back. If that's you, if you're at work and you got a buddy, and the both of you, every day, it's just fun to get together and gossip on such and such, talk mess on such and such. Maybe not to their face, maybe it's behind their back, maybe it's whatever it is. That would be a little bit nicer, but still, that is an addiction that releases dopamine and changes the chemistry in your brain. And you feel good talking shit. I mean, does that really make you feel good? Would that make anybody feel good to say, this person, whatever, and then you're just going to feel the way you feel? Now, for me, I noticed once those things kind of come up, I started noticing, these happy feelings, these negative feelings, whatever, these emotions. Because emotions, you can become addicted to those too. Now, there's no nasty name for calling somebody who's addicted to emotions, addicted to this and that. But that's why people get away with just continuing to act a certain way all the time. I hear negative Nancy's, or or gossip, whatever it is. Like Karens, that's the new thing. People say Karens a lot. But, really, if we would just take the time to look at ourselves, look at what we're doing, look at our actions. It's the holiday time. There's a new year coming. I just would like to take a better look at myself this year and make sure that I don't have any actions that I'm giving myself dopamine for in my brain that are going to cause anybody any discomfort. What good's that going to do? And two, a lot of stuff that I'd look at for myself is that once people, you want to have a conversation about something, you want to talk about something. I used to get really upset in trying to defend a position. You don't believe how I believe, but let me show you why you need to. You need to look at this. Nobody's looking at anything. Nobody cares. The quicker I realize that, the quicker everybody realizes that, life just gets so much better. Life gets so much better because you're not taking up a stance defending something that like doesn't affect you one way or another. And if it does, it's in the smallest amount. You know, I think a lot of the topics and stuff that would come up during a dinner, that would come up during work, that comes up at all, those topics that nobody wants to talk about, those ones that people get addicted to. You know, you got to look at it. You got to look at it. Are you watching the news every day? Are you watching the Fox, or are you watching the ABC other ones, CNN, whatever it is? People become addicted to those echo chambers. You know, you think you're getting news, you think you're getting stuff, these cable news organizations, but they're just really saying one thing. They're pounding a specific message, and everybody feels that way that watches the show. Everybody feels kind of the same energy. They're carrying it with them. And they come back every day, 5 o'clock, whatever time they come and watch the news, whoever their favorite newscasters are, and they watch that stuff and they agree, and it becomes like a big echo chamber, you know? You got to make sure you're not living in an echo chamber. You got to make sure that you're being as good as possible, you know, especially in sobriety. Because in sobriety, you can get pulled off track. You can get effed up easily going into, you know, looking at the news all day. Oh, looking at the news, it's the end of the world, it's the end of the world, all this bad stuff's going to happen. Oh, gosh. And back to the drink. Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. Or the other end. Oh my gosh, look, I can't believe how they treat people. I can't believe this. You know, that nobody can believe what's going on. And it doesn't always, but for maybe somebody who's had a history with some real addiction, maybe, just maybe, that would be enough to pull you back down in. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. You don't want to be out of the know either. You don't want to like not know what's going on in the world. So you can't just turn it off either. So what I do is I'm just aware of it, you know. I'm just aware. Whatever my perspective is of it, you know, whatever it used to be, like I'm aware of that, you know. I'm aware of it. I'm aware that this message coming in and I'm getting a feeling. I'm either getting scared, I'm getting angry, I'm getting whatever I'm getting, you know, because I think those are the two only emotions that you really get from the news. Every once in a while they'll have a puppy piece or a you know, a little fun animal thing or something. Then you get that love coming back in. The story about the old lady selling cookies or something with her mom's recipe. Like there's lots of puff pieces that are very nice, but those are few and far in between anymore. And really, I don't think people get addicted to those that they get the way they get addicted to the rage stuff, the fear stuff, just all this stuff, you know? It's just no good. So once you're out there navigating these YouTube streets, once you're out there navigating the cable network streets, once you're out there at work, once you're out there IRL, you know, in real life, once you're out there doing anything, just look and know that whatever it is, whatever's going on, you can become addicted to emotional things too. And just look at yourself and say, you know, is that something like worth getting upset about? Is that worth being afraid about? You know, do I really need to be in here watching this every single day if it makes me feel a certain kind of way? And then once I need to bring it up and talk to my family about it, talk to my coworkers, my friends, anybody, and I start losing it because they don't believe the way I believe, you know, that's the last thing. That's the last thing. Stop defending a position that that you heard about on the news. Stop defending stuff that you slightly know about. You know, if you got your heart and soul in something and it means a lot, then you gotta fight. You gotta defend it. But is that what anybody's really doing? I don't think so. I think they're just having fights and it's ego. It's just ego defending their stance. I believe this way and I'm gonna prove you wrong. That's all it seems like anymore. It just seems like a little ego trying to get out there and tell everybody that I need to be right, so listen. And if you don't listen, if you don't understand, I'm gonna rage and get mad, you know? Whew, man, that's crazy. That is crazy. You know, just that in itself is something that kind of makes you think back to once you were drinking and using and doing stuff. Like, the whole society is, you know, they're sedated, medicated. That's how I used to be. Sedate myself, medicate myself, so I could continue on with life and navigate through all this junk. Doing it sober is a lot different. Doing it sober is a little crazy because you got to deal with it all. And you don't have anything to sedate or medicate yourself with, you know? Other than that meditation, if you're into that. But other than that, I don't know anything else that could help. A nap, you know, a couple of seconds, quiet, couple of seconds before you open your mouth and start spewing some stuff, that might help. I don't know. But anyway, you know, I hope this helps. This little random thought I had. And I hope that, like, if you do have an addiction to anything at all, maybe it's coloring in a book, just realize it, you know, just be able to see and be able to realize when something in your life is affecting you in any kind of way. And that's part of the journey of coming off of drugs, coming off of anything. You start learning more about yourself, you start learning more about the environment around you, and you start looking for ways to make it better. I hope this makes it better. I hope you are having a good day, and, you know, I just hope the best for you. Don't take a position. Don't fight anything you don't believe in. Don't get pulled into the BS of whatever's going on out there. Just be you. Be happy, be loved, and love others. Hey, on that note,